as you all know that the last topic which was taken by me was that the how prosperous the ancient India was. So basically, we understand that what do we mean by about a country that is prosperous, as everyone gave their opinion about that, why we
Bhaiya,
consider
you said understand, but it should be understood, that we understood in the last topic.
oh yes, sorry. What what you understood on last class, that how we consider a country prosperous. So we noted down some of the points which were economically, socially, uh, politically, and I think it was enough. So I think you all have noted down that points which was mentioned by Devesh sir, me, and Rita ma'am as well, and each one of you as. So I think most of the students are present now. So let me introduce, or let me tell you that what is the today's topic. So the today's topic is worst human suffering that I wish to mitigate if I do well in life. So basically, what do you mean by this topic? So let me tell you the simple meaning of this sentence, this term, that if you have suffered from anything and you notice the same thing with someone else and you wanna help after a long time, you wanna help that person. So and I think each and everyone who is present here, there might be there might be a thing or a work that you want to do for the sake of anyone's life, right? So you have to tell us that what help can you how can you help a person uh, when you get successful in your life. Okay, it can be a disease, it can be a financial help, uh, it can be a help in doing or in giving education for the ones who are economically weak, right? So please, I invited you all to give your views on it.
Has everyone understood the topic?
Yes,
If there is any difficulty, I hope you have all checked out the word mitigate. Mitigate is a difficult term. You can easily Google it. Mitigate means to bring relief, to reduce pain. Kushi, you want to say something?
no, sir. Sir, I want to start. So can I?
Okay, yes, please start. That's very good.
If I become a successful person in my life, then I will help those people that are suffering from something that are they are facing through. So if I become a very successful person, then I will donate some money to others, as as not world not India, every country is suffering, people suffering from such thing like pain and hunger, and these are serious pain which someone feels in their mind and body. And if I become a successful person, then I will donate more than 2 crores or more to finish the hunger of the people that are suffering through. Not in India, every world. I will try to do my best, as Mother Teresa did, like to help the children those used to live in street. So I will do the same, but in hunger. And I will also donate some money to the hospital, as there are many people from suffering from many diseases. So I will help them. Thank you.
Okay, Khushi, but as you said, every word, it will be every word, it will be each and every country, right?
Okay.
Second
Okay.
thing,
Okay.
you're mentioning uh, any words of a famous personality, you should say, I'm quoting, like you mentioned, Mother Teresa. I
Yes.
will like to
Yes,
quote
Priya.
Mother Teresa. So then you have to tell
Okay.
what is her quote. Okay. Second thing, or
Okay.
uh, I will donate in. It will be not in. It will be two.
Sir,
I
I
will donate.
said I will donate on the. I will donate on. I said on.
So you can also say two. I will donate two. All
Okay.
right.
Okay.
That's good. Uh, Gagan, will you speak?
Yes, sir.
Please start.
So, so can I start? Good
Carry on.
evening, everyone. Today I'm here to present my views on the today's topic. And sir, if I become a very successful man, a successful person in my life, I'll do lot of things. Like sir, I want to, I open a free education institute, or like a school, sir, so that in that children can came and take proper education, so that not even their future, but their family members, and all the other children living in their home and nearby also develops. Like as we all know that how much we education, more and more education we spread, more and more that increases. So by doing this, the poor people, middle class, and the persons who didn't afford 2 times of proper meal or shelter, or proper medical facilities, by taking education, they can afford and all these things, so that they can make their life better. And sir, and as we all know, the time is changing, and we see nearby that there is lots of bad memories, or matlab means sir ki the college students and the elders, some elders are thinking about the negative thoughts. A negative energy comes in their mind and heart, that if they do that particular work, or if they do that this work, what will be the result. And due to which lots of students goes in the depression. So I also want to start a motivational lectures to all these peoples, so that they can make their life better and better. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Gagan. First of all, it will be not a lecture. It will be a seminar, motivational
Okay,
seminars.
sir. Okay,
Second
sir.
thing, you said we will give. We will not say give. We will provide them education facilities.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Otherwise, it's not good. Anjali Kumari, will you start?
So sorry, but I haven't any idea about this topic.
So okay, basically, okay. I will tell you. Okay, I will tell you again that the basic idea of today's lecture is that if you are suffered from any disease, any problem, any family problem, either financially, socially, right? So, and you watch someone who is suffering from same problem or any other problem. So, and you are successful now at that time. So, how can you help them? So the basically idea is this of today's lecture. Okay. So first of all, you can listen to everyone views. Then I will come to you and I will ask your opinion regarding it. Okay. Gaurav, will you start? Gaurav?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So can I start?
Yeah.
Sir, am I visible?
Yes.
Good evening, sirs, and my dear friend. So, as the topic is worst human suffering, but sir, as Khushi and Gagan told that the worst feeling is like food and shelter problems. But sir, according to me, in today's time, the problem is not food or shelter, not the main problem, but the main problem that we see in the society is a pleasure. Like there is a famous quote that we can buy a house with money but not a home. We can buy food, but not a good health. We can, with money we can buy a bed but not sleep. So sir, as in today's time we see everyone has its their luxurious lifestyle things, electronic things to get their life better and live a happy life. But sir, the main problem is the pleasure and the happiness that people blame their destiny. But the destiny is not created from the heavens. It is the consequence of our actions that we do in our past lifetimes. So if we do happy things, so we get the happy results. And the according to me, the feeling is that's a worst feeling of the human is, sir, that living a half life, that being half alive is torture. That, sir, I elaborate that nowadays there is people nowadays people suffer ignorance, education. Like people, if they was in relationship, they suffer. They were in not, they suffer. The children's then people are married, they suffer, and they are not, then they also. So the people have the problems with yes things also and no things also, so they can't manage the things that what to do and what not to do. So when the people are constantly living half alive, so that at that moment pleasure becomes an important part of our life. And we can see the pleasure is getting low day by day. So next, sir, I would like to say that, sir, what are the worries that a person suffer? Some more worries that a person suffer is, that's a shame, guilt, regret, jealous, disappointment, hurt. So to reduce the worries, the ways are that the person should do meditation, give yourself some space, take a deep breath, aim to the regulations, and identify what the person is feeling or what he or she is from the inside. And sir, at last I would like to say that the I would like to say that when the people is become fully alive, then his life become joyful, and blissful. So the people has to manage both the things. Thank you.
Okay, first of all, well spoken. First, then, but you said happy education. It will be not happy education. It will be a better education. Okay. And second thing, if you are quoting someone, you should mention the name of that personality that to whom you are quoting, right? Second thing that uh, ignorance of education. It will be not ignorance. It will be a lack of education. Second, third thing is that emotion that worries. We will not say worries here. We will say what are the emotions, or what are the things that make us more suffered, right? And in the last, if you're saying people, instead of saying people, you can say individual, because people means a people. You are not saying someone. You can directly say an individual person, a person. People know you can't say people. You can say a person or an individual. Okay. Okay. Now, Lovely, will you speak?
Sir, may I
Yes,
start?
sir.
Yes, who's this?
Sir, Nandini.
Yeah, please.
Good evening, everyone. My views on today's topic is human suffering can be classified into two types. First is physical human suffering, and second is mental human suffering. Mental human sufferings are frustration, hatred, jealousy, anxiety, etc. And I think the main mental suffering in this era is comparison. In this social media world, people do comparison of their life with others people life. They compare their simple life with others highlighted life on the social media, and this comparison leads low self-confidence, depression, and sadness. So stop comparing yourself to others and focus on yourself, on your strength and weaknesses, and improve yourself. And if we're talking about physical human sufferings like poverty, pain, discrimination, illness, hunger, etc. If I became a successful person in my life, then I try to reduce unemployment, because unemployment leads poverty in the society, and unemployment can be reduced only by when people are educated. So I try to provide better education facilities to people, and also better health facilities to people to reduce illness. Thank you.
Okay. So first of all, you mentioned about social media world. So that it's a good term, but that we compared us with the influencers, or so don't say lives. We will say lifestyles. We compare lifestyle, our lifestyle from someone we follow, right? So we will say
Okay, sir.
lifestyle. Second thing is that people. I again mentioned that don't say people's, persons. We will not person. Sorry. You can say uh, we can up. We can help someone, because there are many people who to whom we can't help, right? Otherwise, it was good. And try to speak slow. Nishtha, will you start?
Okay, sir.
Nishtha?
Yes, I'm not feeling well today, so I won't be able to speak today.
No issues. Shahrukh, will you speak?
Yes, sir. May I start?
Yeah.
Today topic is worst human suffering that I wish to mitigate if I do well in life. My thinking is poverty is the worst form of the violence. Poverty means is garibi. Gandhi ji said, a poor person is not able to get education due to lack of money, and therefore remain unemployed. And an unemployed person is not able to buy enough to nutrition food for his family. And their health decline. A weak person lacks the energy required for the job. A jobless person remains poor only. We can say that poverty is the root cause of other problem. And I want say some community means, for example, poor person, या transgender, या MSM, because some people discriminations this community. So I want help him. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So first of all, you are mentioning a section of a society. So not saying people. You can mention I wanna help a section of society which are dash 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 dash. Oh, right?
जैसे सर ट्रांसजेंडर है, पुअर पर्सन है, मतलब कि गरीब लोग, इनके साथ, क्योंकि इनके साथ डिस्क्रिमिनेशन होता है ज्यादातर.
So and try to do practice of your speaking skills. I think now I think she left out. Anjali, will you start now? Anjali, will you start now?
Yes, sir.
Hello. Will you start?
Am I audible, sir?
Yes.
Good evening to all my friends and teachers. I want to say that on this topic that the first main thing is that the people who are poor, who are very poor, I will help them financially and sorry, sir.
No, try. You can.
Anjali, you can speak in Hindi also.
Sir, but I can speak in Hindi, but today's topic is not very clear to me.
Okay.
आपने सबसे ज्यादा वन सेकेंड आंटी,
Sir,
आपने
can I explain the topic?
सबसे ज्यादा तकलीफ में किसको देखा है, और अगर आप बहुत कामयाब हो गए तो ऐसी तकलीफ को दुनिया में कम करने के लिए आप क्या करना चाहोगे?
So first thing,
तुमने सबसे ज्यादा दुखी किसको देखा है लाइफ में?
my mother and father. Sometime I saw them.
You can tell about that. What was the cause of their suffering? उन्हें क्यों इतना दुख हुआ और उसके लिए क्या करना चाहिए?
Sir, I am from middle class family, so you can understand that what is the that my father is a laborer and my mother is housewife, so they have to face many problems, financial problems also, and they always teach us
So
that
you are from working class, not from middle class. You are from working class. So working class, obviously, we understand, has to face many challenges. So, पर तुम्हें लगता है कि सबसे ज्यादा दुखी तुमने उनको पेरेंट्स को ही देखा है या दुनिया में उससे भी ज्यादा दुखी किसी को देखा है?
जैसे दुनिया में मेरे पेरेंट्स से भी ज्यादा बहुत दुखी लोग होते हैं जिनके पास
हाँ।
रहने के लिए शेल्टर भी नहीं होता है और खाने के लिए
हाँ।
खाना भी नहीं होता है.
हाँ, तो उसके लिए अगर तुम समझो प्राइम मिनिस्टर कल बनते हो या कोई जज बन जाते हो या कोई IAS ऑफिसर बन जाते हो, तो तुम उसके लिए क्या करोगे? कुछ करना चाहोगे?
सर फर्स्ट थिंग तो ये है कि many people are jobless.
Yes.
Called sir, can you tell me what we say that Hope.
Hopeless. Without hope.
Yes, sir. So first I have to be educated and I have to start a business for giving job to others.
Okay, very good.
From any government job, so I can't give a job to others. But if I start any business, so I can give job to others.
Or you can give them skills. You can open a even as an officer,
Job
you can start a skill
on
center.
yes, sir.
We are also doing same thing, na? We are imparting you a skill.
Yes,
Spoken
sir.
English.
Sir, if I have any skill which only I have to elaborate that
Yes. Okay.
with other people.
So
With the
everyone
help
has
of
spoken now. Very good now. Anjali. Is there anyone who has not spoken who would like to add?
So I want to say something.
Yes, Kushi. Today Bhavya is not there.
No, sir, Bhavya is not feeling well today.
Okay, what happened?
Sir, little cough.
Okay,
He
okay,
ate ice cream in the sunshine, so yeah.
okay.
Uh,
Gargling, you understand? Garare karna with salt
yes,
water.
sir. Yes, sir, he did that.
Okay. Yes, Kushi. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Sir, I want to say about that. I want to just generate some positive views in the pupil. Like if there's a glass empty, a half empty, then we should not think that the glass is empty. We should think that glass is little half full. We should not think about the negative side. We should think about the positive side. And I want to just add generate this view in every person of the world.
Very good.
Thank you.
Aradhya, you can sum up now.
Yes, sure, sir. Oh, okay. So after listening everyone views regarding this topic, so everyone uh, have faced each and every phase of their life. As we are from, we all are 20, less than 20 right now. So first of all, if you're talking about helping people, so the basic need of our life is that first of all we have to become a well educated person and a man or a woman who is well established in his life, in his or her life, so we can also the person can help someone. So the basic, first of all, the basic need of our life is that to make ourselves stabilized, stabilized, well stabilized in the society. Because the thing, a lesson that a society can teach us, or a life can teach us, no schools or no lecturer can't teach us. So if you are facing someone, and if you saw a person who is sitting on the road and asking for you a money, and so instead of giving them money, you can give them advice, a better advice, which can change their life. So let me tell you a story. uh, Not it's not a story. When I was on the fourth standard, so there was an old man who helped a thief uh, on his birthday, right? On his birthday, to start a work to earn his livelihood in a better way. So first of all, we need to do hard work so that we can understand someone feeling regarding the society. And there are many people like who, there are many persons who do who bring who wash the brains of young people. So we need to stop them first. They are the poison of the society, right? So if I and these women, we should help women in protecting them and to give them lesson to protect them. We should send them to martial arts or anything. As we say that in we saw news channels where each and every day we heard a news about the of sexually harassment, right? So there is also a problem in the society that which we have to overcome from it, right? So and it is a basic if I think there was a chapter during our school days which was a moral value, right? Moral value book. So the lesson which that book can teach us, I think it was the best chapter, a best subject in my school life. And I have seen my nephew, my sister's book. They haven't heard that that's chapter's name, which teach us about that. How can we help someone, right? So you should help. As in the pandemic period, we saw people crying, suffering from slanders issue, bad issue. So if I say my view, when I was in my 12th standard, my mother was suffering from cancer, and it was a period of my life when I need support from my father and my mother, but they were not with me because they both were fighting for my mother's life. But thanks, I just mentioned I want to thank the God that I live in the joint family where I didn't find any I didn't find any issue related to my studies, my my meal. I must say meal issue. That's why my parents uh, fight with the cancer problem and they overcome them. So, and from that period, when I realized that what that cancer can uh, destroy someone's life, of someone's family. So I decided to help them, people who are suffering from cancer and their families. So I just want to help them. I also thought that when I will be a good person, first of all, we have to be a good person so that we can help someone. So, and I just want to thank Devesh sir that he give me a chance to give my views, and I can teach someone about my life experience. Thank you so much, sir.
Welcome, Aradhya. It's really instructive to learn from you about serious disease like cancer and how your family has tackled it. I hope your mother is well now.
Yes, sir. She's well now.
Okay. May God give all of you very good health. Now, I would like to, in conclusion, let me be one of you and present a short speech as if I was a student. First of all, as I've already repeatedly said, you must greet the audience and thank the organizers. So you can say, good evening, friends, and a big thank you to the organizers of these sessions for giving us a wonderful opportunity to sharpen our speaking skills and think more analytically and deeply on important topics of the day. Today's topic is about maximum suffering that I have seen and what I would do if I had the power or capacity about such suffering. Before talking about my own possible strategy, I would say that we should first define what is intense suffering, what is big success, and what can be possible strategies for reducing suffering in the world. So it needs to be carefully understood what is, first of all, maximum or intense suffering, the worst form of suffering. Various people have talked about poverty, about ignorance, about lack of support, etc. But I would like to add that the best indication of immense suffering is when someone starts thinking of committing suicide. And if we study suicide cases, they are generally among people who are facing a combination of several problems, most important of which and most hurtful is depression coming from loneliness or sense of shame. It is not poverty. In poverty also people can be happy and they can be singing and dancing. You see a poor child, they are also full of play, laughing, etc. So poverty is not the factor for maximum suffering in itself. But yes, poverty leads very quickly to severe depression, etc. if it is combined with something else like illness, like conflict, like family breakdown, etc. Because someone who is not poor can use money to come out of unemployment, to come out of conflict. Suppose there is a neighbor who is torturing you. If you have money, you can move out to another place. You have more options. Money gives you more options. But poverty in itself does not lead to maximum suffering. Similarly, lack of education does not in itself lead to maximum suffering. Sometimes uneducated person is also very happy. An educated person can be more unhappy. So, maximum suffering, which sometimes leads to suicide, that comes from major illness, loneliness, and sense of shame. Sometimes if you are very conscientious, you must understand this word, C-O-N.
भैया डस्टबिन है क्या?
Srisha, you will have to mute yourself. Welcome. So I was saying the term conscientious spellings are C-O-N-S-E-N-S-C-I-O-U-S. Conscientious means someone who has a very strong sense of right and wrong, whose conscience means inner voice. Someone who has a strong conscience is called conscientious. Conscience means the inner voice which tells you what to do. So some people are not troubled by a strong voice, so they are happy even misbehaving. But someone who has A strong conscience, or as I said, is this adjective will be conscientious. Such a person is more unhappy if they do something wrong. So this combination of sense of guilt and shame, if combines with loneliness and disease, then it leads to that depression, and which is so severe that sometimes people even commit suicide. So this kind of frustration and unhappiness cannot be mitigated just by removing poverty. It has to be combined with right guidance, good education, not the education that is imparted presently in our schools and colleges generally, but healthy education which includes psychological education, etc., spiritual education. This will lift us out of the suffering that depression brings. So if I were very successful, what I will need to do is not first of all removing poverty, etc. Of course, those things should be done. We must have development in, and economic development is also important. But even more important is perhaps what people like Mother Teresa have done, what people like Ravi Shankarji has done. Also, some social reformers who are not religious, but they are running NGOs which are I think this IPS officer who was governor of Pondicherry, she was running an NGO called Pragati, I think, and they have done wonderful work. It's even in the prisons, so that people don't go into depression. That needs to be, and education, good education, can be a tool in this. This is something which needs to be promoted, and a successful person should definitely give energy and time to this effort also. Unfortunately, intellectuals, political parties, etc., are talking more about development, roads. All this is important, but along with that, maximum suffering which comes from also torture, breakdown of law and order, when you are continuously facing torture and powerlessness, these things lead to severe depression. They need to be attended to. So I invite you, anyone who wants to add something or criticize what I have said is also most welcome. And Rita, would you like to add something to the topic? Now you can join. Okay, anyone else would like to say something? Otherwise, we will end today's discussion. And tomorrow, Aradhya, will you be?
I want to say.
Yes, Khushi, most welcome. Very good. You always have a ready response. This is very good. Yes.
Yes, sir. So I want to say that the political leader that used to say that we will make hospitals, we will make roads, and we will supply free water and many things. They should say that we will just focus on the pain that the people are suffering from. As in our society, people used to suffer for common things. They don't even get a piece of bread in some places. And as the minister used to say that they will supply water, in Rajasthan, some place there is not even a drinking water. So we should
Khushi, can you
always.
switch on your video? Your video is off.
Yes, of course. Yes, are you able to see me?
Yes.
Yeah. So I want to
You
say
should.
that Yeah, so I want to say they should focus more on the public supplies, not on the saying the simple word that we will do this. They should say that they should say I today and in a hour I will start this work and I will complete this work in a month. If so I guess they should never used to say like we will not that not used to do fake promises to other. They used to give vote and their vote doesn't matter. So thank you.
Good, Khushi, very good. You have a slightly different viewpoint from mine. It's very good, and you have presented it logically. But I'll just counter by saying that removing poverty and creating infrastructure, which includes hospitals, roads, schools, etc., is also necessary. But this lacks something for those people who are going into depression because of loneliness, because of lack of love. They have money, but rich people also commit suicide. They won't be helped by even good hospital, which does not have a caring atmosphere. They don't need general doctors. They need psychiatrists who can also offer care with kindness. So that's a slightly different strategy, because these people are the biggest sufferers. They need very urgent help. Otherwise, they can even commit suicide. Of course, poverty aggravates. Aggravates, you understand? Aggravates means increases. Something bad is increased, that is called aggravate. Aggravate, aggravate. Poverty, lack of education, etc. aggravate such suffering, but this suffering comes from something else basically. It comes from sense of loneliness, which can happen in a rich house also. It comes from sense of powerlessness, or above all, very disabling and painful disease, which can happen to a rich person also. And ordinary hospitals don't provide kind care, especially to lonely people, even if they have money. So to address this kind of suffering, which leads to immense depression and even suicides, we need care that was given by our social workers, very good NGOs. They are also necessary. Mother Teresa is just one example. Sri Ravi Shankar is another. And there are some good ashrams and I think other NGOs also.
So today there was our Hindi school class, and there was a chapter, Dukh something. My teacher discussed that chapter, and then she told us the reality of our society, that if a person who is alive and poor, so he can live without clothes, but the person who is dead, he need a new fresh white clothes to just cover her or him. And the people of our society used to judge people by their clothes. If there is a nice cloth, then they will supply good facility. If they are not good and torn for clothes, then they will just used to say that chale jao also. And I guess the people of our society used to judge students on their stream also. And as there are many more things that children used to suicide. Thank you.
Yes, very good point. So We need a combination of both reducing poverty and unemployment and lack of infrastructure, but also good social service through NGOs, etc., for people who are suffering from loneliness and guilt, mental illness, etc. Does anyone else want to say? Shahrukh, I think you were saying that poverty is very big problem, but
Yes, sir.
don't you think that even poor people are sometimes very happy and rich people are sometimes very suicidal and depressed? So
Yes,
it is
sir.
not a question of poverty alone. It is bigger problem is loneliness and hopelessness, which can
Yes,
come
sir.
even in a rich person's life.
Yes, sir. Sir, I am working already NGO. My NGO name is YRG Care.
What
Sir, I am
NGO
social.
is this?
Sir, YRG Care. I am social worker.
Achha, along
Sir,
with Dipanshu?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, Dipanshu is working in LLS, my Love Life Society, but my NGO is international NGO. My NGO working on HIV/AIDS. Some community suffering from illness look like a painful disease like HIV, hepatitis C, sugar, and some most biggest disease is a TB.
Yes.
So we are working some community look like general community and TG other.
And especially these people, when they don't have a family, they are lonely, they don't have a home, even if they have a small room. When they come
Yes,
back,
sir.
there is no one to talk to. They have a very depressed life at times.
Yes,
So,
sir.
along with fighting their disease, it is important to give them kindness also. Good,
Yes,
very
sir.
good, Shahrukh. I am very happy to hear you are working in such an NGO.
Yes, sir. Sir, my role is.
Anyone else want? Yes, yes, Shahrukh.
So I'm saying my role is a cohort manager, and my role is as a counselor. And some people is a ID user. He had not a home, no food. मैं कुछ भी नहीं है सर उनके पास, और ना उनके पास घर है ना कुछ है, और उन्हें नशे की आदत पड़ चुकी है, जो इंजेक्ट करते हैं, इंजेक्शन से नशा करते हैं। तो सबसे ज्यादा जो डिसीज, जो बीमारियां हैं, सबसे ज्यादा सर उन लोगों में पाई जाती है। तो उनके साथ बहुत क्लोजली काम हम लोग कर रहे हैं, और हम बहुत बड़ी बड़ी
This
बीमारी को रोक
requires
रहे हैं उनके
a
साथ।
lot of dedication, and I wish you all the best.
Yes.
Anyone else wants to add? Otherwise, we will close today's session. Okay. Good night, everybody. Aradhya, will you teach tomorrow? We don't have a teacher for tomorrow.
Okay, sir. Sir, yes, sir. Because tomorrow I'm free. It's my holiday tomorrow, so I will take.
Thank you. Thank you, Aradhya. So we will meet tomorrow, same time. Good night, everybody.
Okay, sir.
Good
Good
night,
night,
sir.
sir. Good
Thank
night.
you, sir.